Hello YouTube. I know I haven't been doing any proper videos for a while, but it kind of got busy, and but I got my fence project finished. Took the dogs for a walk. I took a video of that. I haven't edited it yet, but we'll do that in the next day or so. What I did do yesterday, it was getting really hot. I mean, every day here it's in the 90s and stuff like that, and then you get these pop-up thunderstorms and things, and it got a bit wet on the tractor. But I did have a truck cap from my old Dodge before I had the Ford, and the guy that bought the Dodge didn't want the cap, like camper top, and it was the wrong top for the truck anyway. I think it was for a Tacoma or something like that, and I adapted it because I got it cheap. But this thing has been laying around in the garden for a while, and well, yesterday I took a Sawzall to the thing and just cut the roof part of it off and turned it into a roof for my tractor. Cut a couple of angles, bolted them to the ROPS back there, and then got some poplar wood and planed that to the shape of the rooftop or ex-camper cap. And I went through it when I took it off the truck. I was in a hurry. I went through that thing with the forks right there. So I put some diamond plate on top of that, alu diamond plate. I'm going to put another piece on the bottom just for looks. And then it needs a couple of rolls full of paint of some description or another. I think I'll stick with white because black would be right for the tractor kind of, or red, but white makes just the most sense really for it not being so hot and all that. And it's white as it is, so it doesn't take much. So just a pot full of that and a roller, and then I'll have my tractor all comfy. Great thing this morning when I drove down here to get water from the pond is the struts that I put in there. I didn't have a single spider web in my face on the way down. Who would have thunk it? So the other day, I might as well show you while I'm here, this wild vine, I think it is, climbing plant, has killed these bushes along here. That one is dead as well, but it's still so thick, it's still sort of holding on with the prayer and the whatnot. But I'm gonna knock that over and then do the bank, smooth the bank out a little bit, and then seed it with some grass and stuff. But I'm thinking of just going all the way back there because that's all trash anyway, and then make the food plot here a little bit bigger. But yeah, that stuff really kills other plants. It's like it's all these vines going up. And I think it's called wild vine, and it's got these little berry things on it as well. I can't see any right now. Birds may have had them, but yeah, so it's a bit more open now than it used to be. The walnuts are almost there. They are carrying a fair crop. There you go. Nice big walnut pods. What the heck was that? Huh. The last of the cicadas just hit my head. I thought, what the heck? Thought it was a hummingbird. Anyway, so yeah, that's the update down here. Now I have to open 2 gates to get down here, to get through the fence. The mimosas are carrying a whole bunch of pods this year, look. They are packed. And that walnut is doing pretty good as well. That's, last year it had so many walnuts that a couple of the branches broke off that tree, and this one as well here. There's still one hanging down a bit. It didn't come all the way down, but yeah, they broke off. They were so full of fruit. And this year is not far off really. But I'll be harvesting then in a couple of weeks, I guess, when I get back down here. Got to go in a week. I've got to go back to the south, do boat repairs, do my real job, and then I've got to take care of this bank. There's a pond behind that, believe it or not. So yeah, there's the that's black on top still, the way it was when it was on the Dodge. And but yeah, I'm happy with that. That'll do. It looks a bit weird, but it's practical. That's all that counts, really. And I'm not taking it on a town parade. But a nice surprise this morning was it was very dewy. But underneath that cap, the seat and everything was dry. So yeah, success. One of the few. Anyway, that's that for now. This afternoon I've got to take the rear axle off the truck. The bushings and the springs are done in the back. And I want to see if I can convert it to airbags. I've got some airbags and I've made some adapters because the truck is lifted. And I want to see, sort of test fit them and see if I've got to change anything. And then maybe even put them in if there's not too big of a change to be done. Otherwise I'm back in the machine shop and sorting that stuff out. Anyway, that's it for now. Enough of my ramblings. Hummingbirds are down here in the weeds. I swear they recognize me when I come down here, because we've got the feeders up there. But when I come down here, sometimes they just come up to you and they look at your face and then they carry on. It's so weird. It's like they know who you are. But because we changed the feeders out up there and they'll be at the feeders while they're still in our hands. They got so used to us, and I'm sure they recognize the people that do the feeders. Sounds weird, but it feels like that. Anyway, there you go. Have a good one for now. I'll see if I can do something interesting in the next few days and give you a proper video. We'll see. Probably cutting some firewood in the mornings before it gets hot. But bye for now. Take care. Stay healthy. Stay happy.